Vihiga County has one municipality, Vihiga Municipality, and it's on course to have two more, Luanda and
Municipal Board, and I'm glad to be hosted here by you today.
And when we talk about different
our case here for Vihiga Municipality manager, and I have served for the last 2 years.
And in your role as municipal manager,
the municipality does not operate in vacuum. Urban Areas and Cities Act, which actually gives us how we can even be dissolved, how offices are put in place, how offices are also. We work closely with the Department of Lands, closely with the administration, both national, a small entity of health, that is public health. We have to manage our public health, yes. Yes.
And we often talk about taxes, and
yes.
there are a lot of questions usually.
Their taxes, to manage their taxes, to do their own development. But as I've told you, our municipality is starting up. So we have started transferring those services slowly to the management of the current municipality. Currently, the same is being done by the Department of Finance, and this is under the Directorate of Revenue. We have a revenue director who coordinates the collection of revenue and how the revenue is transmitted to the Treasury. However, within my docket also, within the municipality, we also have officers charged with the responsibility of monitoring how revenue is collected, how revenue is managed, and this is done on a day-to-day basis. And I have a revenue officer in my office who gives me the updates on daily basis. But moving forward, we are likely not other acts that govern monies within counties.
Okay.
Yes.
So to operation of its monies.
Yes.
So that means that now the taxes collected within Vihiga municipality will be collected by revenue officers from the municipality. Correct. And not from the Department of Finance.
Yeah, that is very true. This is evidenced by, see, like at the beginning of this year, we have managed to transfer solid waste management equipment. The skip loaders you see here, the compactors you see here, they have already been transferred to the municipality. And in the next financial year, we are also hoping that we have enough resources to manage collection of garbage within our jurisdiction, that is the municipality. And this is an indicator that if you are given equipment to use to work within the municipality, it also goes without saying that the revenue that comes from the same, yes, you need to manage it. And after that revenue, how else do you cascade the same back to the citizen who give you the mandate to work?
Okay. Yes. And one of the instruments that you use to operate within your municipality is an integrated development plan. Correct. Which works the same as for a county government. We have the County Integrated Development Plan, yes, CIDP, yes, and the municipality has an integrated development plan, which, yes, you guys call it,
yeah,
IDEP.
The IDEP.
Yeah, yes, so there's a 2023-2027 plan.
Correct, yes.
Where can residents access this plan, and how there's also supposed to be a monitoring and evaluation unit. Correct. What is the progress in terms of achievement of the targets of the plan? Yes. And should residents have questions on it, how can they access your offices to give feedback?
Very good. I said at the beginning that we have a board. The board has its functions and mandate. We have the technical staff within the board. Under the technical staff, we have the environmentalists, we have the social safeguards officer, we have the physical planner, we have the revenue officers, we have the municipal manager. Those are technical guys. The technical guys complement the board. They give the board the technical advice that they deserve. I'm coming to your point that we have the IDEP, the Integrated Development Plan. This, the Integrated Development Plan was drawn by the board, subjected to public participation. And after public participation, it was an accepted document. It is actually anchored in the Integrated Development Plan. We also have the Governor's Manifesto. So whatever we have there is complemented by these other documents that the county has. And you've asked a very important question. For us as a municipality, we have a website that if anybody wants to know what we are doing, it's just important they access the Vihiga Municipal website. We also have our offices open from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. You'll always get us.
Yeah,
We can also at 5 p.m. Yeah,
5?
sure. Yeah, 5 p.m.
Yes.
And you can also get the municipal manager on daily basis during godly hours on my number, which is always displayed at the municipal offices. Yes. Apart from this, also visit the county government of Vihiga web and even the Facebook. The municipality has its own independent authorized Facebook. The county government too has their Facebook. Long a gap that we had with the World Bank funding. Vihiga Municipality, this one has created a lot of safety. Jengo, Chavakali, and even Modete. If you are very keen, you realize you walk on cables. Okay? If you are very keen, you realize you walk on cables. Those are safe. We have gone ahead to put systems in place. Some policies have been put in place, for our municipality. We have been put in place, for our municipality. We are able to receive grievances from our people. As a municipality, we are densely populated. From our people. As a municipality, we are densely populated. Wide should the road be? It is in the zoning regulation. My staff and another key document. My staff and another key document that will save this county. How do we engage? Will save this county. How do we engage the private?
Important for this to be done in this website, and should someone have more questions, they can send for this to be done in this website, and should someone have more questions, they can come to the office.
On our website, we have the IDEP, 60 million.
The office.
On our website, we have the IDEP, 60 million mega or modern market that plan. We don't work in isolation. We work to ensure that mwananchi gets the best services that he or she
on why Mbale town sometimes is not clean. What are some of the those other roads that he has not mentioned are done, and this sewer system, when will it be fully operational? So we'll take a short break and we'll come back with the Vihiga Municipality Manager, Paul Ayodi. then after, that's when most engagement is. Because we usually share.
You don't advertise?
We do, but not as much as. Because then again, sometimes guests change. You can say you're coming and then
I don't know.
maybe you have a different engagement.
Iko sawa.
17, yes. 16, 17. Not yet. But we're supposed to interview him. Yes. Most of the times he'll call should he have had a question. But he usually raises some questions. There are any challenges he asks us. So zingine hivi inatusumbua.
Tunaingia sasa.
Okay, ngoja. Humphrey. Okay, we can go now. Maybe we can go now. Welcome back to this week's episode of Feedback Friday. We're speaking to the Vihiga, and in the first half he's helped us understand, the Vihiga Municipality, its area of jurisdiction, what his role is as municipal manager, and what some of the policies and legal instruments in place to ensure the functioning of the municipality, and some of the questions that had been raised by our audience. According to your plan, there are 9 roads that have been laid out. According to your plan, there are 9 roads that have been laid out.
And as I indicated earlier, some of these roads will be an important road for us because again, the road goes. And currently, what we are very comfortable, and that's a very big achievement. And as I said, this is between the junction of the way to connect up to Channel. That road is launched, and that road is launched. And for your case, in our case here, 2026, we intend to solar street light within this quarter. But we'll have no bill. We realize that the county pays millions of money. Kenya Power, because the county pays millions of money. Kenya Power, because of since 2027, we really want to focus on the sewer system. Once that one is done, what I want to say, we've had tremendous. The municipality has several other mother. I said we have a mother. I said we have Episcopal departments, and the environment has already licensed. Some of the government has already licensed some of the willing organizations to collect our. We want the citizens to know that this is their home. We want the citizens. So some of them we have gone ahead and we have had them. They are able to use the same. Akisha Maliza ile Thank you so much. We do not have violence. Majengo Township, Chavakali, Central Maragoli, Chavakali, and Sabati. These are 6 wards coming together, forming what we call Which plans we have for these other areas? Even in the first phase, in 2023, we've had development in all these counties. It is evenly distributed. We did Cabros, the walkways for Majengo, Chamakali, Valley, and even the high-mast floodlights are evenly distributed. And in this one, we went here to ensure that they are evenly distributed up their homes comfortable. And so, of any organization may have, and of course, in this Valley Township has a thin boundary that separates Vihiga constituency. Therefore, we are just one. Yes.
And as we plan to also see Rwanda and Municipality each other, what are some of the lessons that you've learned as Vihiga Municipality that they can go, at least now they are starting after you've already gone a bit further?
One, I want to say that we want to thank His Excellency for spearheading the implementation of elevation of Rwanda. For instance, Rwanda, we will be calling stakeholders from Rwanda. We'll call stakeholders from Ayodi, from the current municipality. They must also be cushioned to be posted to Ayodi, so that
it has been the relevance of this particular forum to come to Continental Forum came to Kenya this year.
Perfect. This was for us that we began on page. We want to thank the President of the State. Comes with such for us is peer learning. We do peer learning to manage the urban areas, the modern urban mayors in some parts of the continent, say for Kenya, that has gone and is well managed. One, in terms of one funding organizations, functioning municipalities.
And we have several cities in Kenya. We have Eldoret now, Nakuru, Mombasa, Ayodi as well. Do you foresee this region having to the level of, when a city Western?
That's a good one. Although our nearest city is Kisumu, we are cushioned by the way. We are not go hand in hand with the other facilities, bring on board other municipalities. The Vihiga municipalities is giving birth to Rwanda and the Kaibos.
Yeah, we look forward to that. And thank you again for your insights today. As we conclude, do you have any last messages, any last words, any upcoming projects that you're working on that residents need to be aware of?
Oh yeah, to start with, the residents are aware that we are working together with the national government to implement the modern bank that was launched by the President recently. We're working on our stadium. Those two are within our municipality. Large projects, not for the county, but in the idea, and we are proud of that. In the near future, just in the near future, in a month or 2 months' time, we're looking forward to the installation of solar floodlights, not floodlights, street lights. That's the project that this board is earmarked. They have planned, they have a budget.
If you have any further concerns, visit the Vihiga Municipality website. They also have a Facebook page, and any other questions that if you want to kuwaona macho kwa macho, ana kwa ana, you can visit them at their offices in Mbale. And until next time, I've been your host, Shamim Kerai Hussein. This production is